Everywhere you look, the world talks about robots replacing humans. But here's the shocker. Some of the most futuristic production lines only function because a human hand shapes their success. Even in spotless, automated environments, the rhythm breaks without someone watching closely, solving problems in seconds that machines can't detect. What looks like clockwork isn't just mechanical elegance, it's human judgment hiding inside the machine age. Stick with this countdown because it reveals 10 jaw-dropping proofs that perfection still wears a human face. Number 1. Toyota's balancing act. Rows of robotic arms sweep across the floor in perfect rhythm. Each weld, each lift, each twist feels rehearsed like a mechanical dance. The pace is flawless until you notice the humans standing just behind the line, eyes sharp, hands ready. Machines here don't miss a beat, but they also don't see hairline gaps or subtle shifts in alignment. That's where trained workers step in. At a single sign of trouble, they can stop the entire line, preventing a defect from traveling further. This practice follows the principle of Jidoka, automation guided by human judgment. It's not robot against worker, it's partnership. The machines set a steady tempo, but people bring the fine-tuning. Without that balance, production would stumble. In this plant, perfection isn't pressed from steel alone, it's shared. Every car carrying the imprint of eyes that cared and hands that acted. Number 2. Tesla's high-tech chaos. Inside the Tesla Gigafactory, the floor looks alive. Robots swarm across frames like a metal hive, each arm twisting, pressing, and welding at a pace no human could match. Sparks burst in sharp rhythm, giving off the feeling of perfect speed. But that speed once slowed itself down. Too many robots, all moving blindly, created snarls in the flow, wires tangled, parts jammed, and progress hit bottlenecks no machine could untangle. To fix it, Tesla pulled humans back onto the stage. Workers return for spots where dexterity wins, routing wiring through tight gaps, snapping trim with a feel for fit, smoothing edges where surfaces meet. Machines handle the heavy repeat motions, but people improvise when problems shift by the second. The Gigafactory looks like pure robotics, yet its pace still relies on flexible hands shaping what automation starts. Number 3. BMW Leipzig Symphonic Flow. Step into BMW's Leipzig plant and it feels less like a factory, more like an orchestra mid-performance. Machines swing in unison, their movements crisp, their timing tight, giving the hall the air of rehearsed music. The tempo looks flawless until you notice a quiet question. What happens when no two cars rolling in are ever the same? Every model arrives with its own set of custom touches. Robots weld, paint, and align, but the infinite combinations of trims, seats, and details demand human judgment. Workers step in with sharp eyes and steady hands, catching the subtle shifts machines gloss over, adjusting on the fly so custom orders glide through. Even sustainability goals and modular setups in Leipzig rest on those quick calls. This is how harmony survives. Steel precision from machines, tuned and finished by people, making a true symphony. Number 4. Samsung's Invisible Guardians. In Samsung's semiconductor factory, the air feels scrubbed clean. Workers wear sealed suits, and machines hum inside wide, dust-free rooms where wafers glide across trays like mirrored tiles. Each step runs fast, automated, and silent. But speed hides a weakness. These machines can slice, etch, and layer at impossible pace, yet they cannot see a flaw 1,000 times smaller than a grain of dust. That's where human engineers step in. They track streams of data, scanning for spikes or dips that hint at flaws. When patterns shift, hands adjust settings quicker than algorithms can react. Every chip that leaves looking flawless has unseen fingerprints behind it. People guard each stage, recalibrating, correcting, and keeping the rhythm steady. The sterile stage may feel like pure machine territory, but perfection here rests on a human presence standing just outside the frame. Number 5. Rolex's craft in a machine world. A Rolex watch shines like frozen time captured in steel and gold. Every surface glints with precision. Every tick whispers of flawless design. At first glance, you might assume these watches roll from machines alone, each identical and untouched. Step inside the factory, and that illusion fades. Machines cut cases, press dials, and shape gears, but human hands guide the stages that matter most. Skilled watchmakers assemble tiny movements, polish curved edges until they reflect light smoothly, and calibrate mechanisms so the second hand sweeps in silent grace. Their role is less operator and more sculptor. Machines rough out the work, but people refine it with strokes no robot can feel. Every watch leaving the line proves the point. Rolex isn't just mechanized precision, it is human artistry woven directly into the rhythm of automation. Number 6. Boeing's gigantic puzzle. Huge cranes swing overhead, lowering airplane parts the size of houses into place. Wings, fuselage sections, and tail pieces look like puzzle parts too big for human scale. From above, the scene feels like giants stacking toys. But the puzzle doesn't solve itself. Machines can lift, but they don't know when a panel edge is a millimeter off or a bundle of wiring twists out of line. That's where crews step in. Workers crawl into narrow gaps, line up rivet holes, and guide endless cables through tight channels. Their precision keeps mismatches from spreading across the frame. The big cranes set the stage and robots hold the rhythm, but people keep the giant hole aligned. Boeing's jets only reach the runway because careful hands make sure each massive piece joins the next with the accuracy of a glove fitting. Number 7. Nestle's sweet partnerships. Conveyor belts stretch in long lines, carrying chocolate bars that shine like melted gold turned solid. Each slab races past at steady speed, machines wrapping and cooling them in near-perfect rhythm. The sight feels mechanical, but flavor cannot be managed by gears alone. Can steel arms and rollers really guarantee sweetness every time? Workers stand nearby, tossing flakes of salt, checking mixtures, and altering settings when a batch feels off. A small change in cocoa blend or milk content can throw taste out, so judgment matters in the moment. There's also the ritual, the tasting itself. Machines judge weight and shape, but they do not sense bitterness, creaminess, or smooth texture. Human senses catch what sensors miss. That's why these flows run so smoothly. Nestle's chocolate achieves clockwork consistency only because human care sweetens where automation cannot. Number 8. Foxconn's scale of hands and bots. Rows stretch endlessly inside Foxconn's iPhone factory in China. Machines press, drill, and move parts with sharp precision, while crowds of workers sit shoulder to shoulder, adding pieces to the devices you hold in your pocket. The blend feels seamless, like a single giant organism. Here's the twist. This place is among the most automated anywhere, yet it also keeps tens of thousands of human workers active at their stations. Robots handle speed, volume, and repeat motions, but the tiniest details still defeat them. Workers guide fragile cables, snap minute chips into frames, and secure buttons no robot hand can handle at scale. Machines push the tempo forward, but human touch balances each beat. The polished iPhone feels like pure machine creation, yet hidden inside its body is the scale of human labor, an invisible backbone of today's consumer tech. Number 9. Mercedes-Benz's elegance of check. Sparks fly as robotic arms weld Mercedes-Benz body frames, each movement sharp and timed like fireworks bursting in controlled rhythm. The machines form perfect seams with speed and consistency, giving the assembly line its signature shine of German engineering. But look closer. Luxury cannot be measured only by straight welds. Robots don't feel if a surface is silk smooth or if a trim piece rests just slightly uneven. That is why skilled workers move alongside them. They run hands across paint to catch faint ripples, align panels until the shadows match, and polish edges to the standard expected of the badge. This is where elegance is born, from layers working together. Programmed strength delivers structure, while perceptive workers refine beauty. Every Mercedes-Benz leaves the factory carrying that dual fingerprint, robotic rigidity paired with human precision, defining what true automotive luxury feels like. Number 10. Lego's playful precision. Bright streams of Lego bricks pour down chutes like candy spilled onto trays. Machines mold each piece with heat and pressure, snapping them into form with microscopic accuracy. The rhythm looks perfect, as if toys could be created forever without pause. But the challenge lurks in the question, how do you keep that perfect click across millions of bricks? Robots can measure size, but they cannot sense fit in a child's hand. That's where human teams step in. They swap molds when wear shows, fine-tune settings mid-run, and adapt machines for new shapes. Workers also take the role of guardians, testing strength, edges, and safety in ways sensors alone cannot. Only after this pattern of checks does the famous Lego lock feel exact. These bricks race from automated lines, yet their playful precision still rests on human vigilance. Factories look like pure machines, ticking forward in endless rhythm, but every gear and spark hides people guiding the flow. Each flawless product carries unseen judgments, eyes catching flaws, hands making final checks, minds solving problems in moments no program anticipates. This is how modern perfection exists, not from automation alone, but from humans and machines sharing the stage. One brings speed, the other sensitivity. Together they create order that feels like clockwork. That will be all for today. Subscribe to our channel for more exciting content like this, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks again for watching.